These are really absolutely spectacular photos that we can show here today. According to expert opinions, they are very likely to show life on Mars. These are really photos that take your breath away. They show things that can be explained as extraterrestrial life and have already spread into the NASA probes. What? Clixoom Science Fiction, 3 times a week, fascinating science videos. Subscribe to the channel, only then you won't miss a thing. Welcome.
1, 2, 3.
Looking at the photos, it is a bit oppressive to see structures on a foreign planet which seem to be really alive and fascinating. It is also absolutely impressive how many scientists actually discover life forms in these photos. Almost all 70 researchers who looked at the photos saw a high probability that it was life. In the photos, on the one hand, structures can be recognized that are clearly hard to explain differently than with a life form, and are also surprisingly very reminiscent of life forms here on Earth. For example, in these photos you can see forms that are similar to mushrooms, although NASA also considers hematite to be possible, a mineral that consists of iron and oxygen, so an oxide. But another picture, or more precisely 2 pictures, make this thesis extremely doubtful. Here we can even find evidence of growth. At first glance, these 2 images have little to do with each other, but if you look at the numbers and put them on top of each other, it will be quite spooky. Growth can be seen. The balls grow even as 3 days pass and new ones emerge. That's amazing, but why is this study barely known? It was discovered by Ronnie Bless from the YouTube channel Raumzeit Blog der Zukunft. We at Raumzeit always follow the new publications on the subject of astrobiology. The Astrobiological Journal is a well-known journal, and there we discovered the essay. Now it has gone through peer review, and the majority of the experts and editors have agreed that the article will be published. With 70 experts in the field of astrobiology and astrogeology, we were of the opinion that you can definitely make a video on this topic. It's a very exciting subject matter. It also gets a bit scary when you see how these structures have taken possession of NASA's Mars rovers. Actually, under the conditions on Mars, it is impossible for something to be deposited there except unless it is a life form, because oxidation cannot do anything in the Martian atmosphere. So these pictures are really amazing. Here you can see a deposit that has formed between Sol 2718 and Sol 2813 on the Mars rover Opportunity. Or here at the rover Curiosity, they show how between the Mars days Sol 51 and Sol 1089 deposits form in the rover. What could that be? This cannot be explained except with living organisms. Other pictures of Curiosity are even more impressive. Here the interior is completely changed. It is absolutely puzzling, or just explainable with biological structures. What else could infect the rover and cause such changes only on the inside? On a rock on Mars, such changes were found in an equally protected area. Experts consider fungi or lichens much more likely than anything else. Is there life on Mars? It is another piece of the puzzle that increases the likelihood, and what I find exciting about this study, it is already very much a bit of alien life. And here too, I see the point that Professor Abram Loeb makes in the interview at Clixoom. If the possible thing is eliminated as a solution, then only the impossible remains. Although perhaps life in space is not exception, and then this find would not be as extraordinary as we still believe today. Even more on this topic can be found in Is There Life on Mars? Click on it, watch it, and stay tuned. See you soon.